Hey folks, I'm James and welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into something that I know a lot of you have been asking, like the best video editor for your Chromebook. Now, if you've ever tried editing videos on a Chromebook, you might have run into a bit of, let's say, frustration, right? They're not exactly known for their powerhouse performance like some of those high-end PCs or Macs, but don't worry. I've been on the hunt. I've tested a bunch of different options and I found some gems that will definitely make your video editing life on a Chromebook a whole lot smoother. And just so you know, you can find links to all the products I'll talk about right down in the description below. They're there for your convenience, so make sure to check them out if anything catches your eye. All right, without further ado, let's jump into what you came here for and find out which video editor made it to the top of my list. Stick around. So let's talk a bit about Adobe Premiere Rush, which is a pretty solid option for anyone looking for a video editor on their Chromebook. Now, when you're working from a Chromebook, you need something that's easy to handle, right? Because processing power and storage can be a bit on the lighter side compared to other laptops. Premiere Rush is kind of perfect for this as it's streamlined and lightweight, but don't let that fool you. It's still packed with a lot of the core features that Adobe is known for, which is really neat. Now, one of the cool aspects of Rush is its cross-platform functionality. This means that if you start editing on your Chromebook and you need to switch devices, you can easily pick up where you left off on your phone or tablet, which is super convenient. Another thing that stands out is the interface. It's sleek and user-friendly, making it a great choice for beginners or those who don't need the complexity of Adobe Premiere Pro. But remember, since Rush is streamlined, it doesn't have all the high-end features of Pro. So keep that in mind depending on the complexity of your projects. The thing that might catch your eye is Adobe Sensei AI. It's integrated into Rush and helps with stuff like audio mixing, auto ducking, and even has some motion graphics templates that can make your videos look more professional with like minimal effort. But while, it does a good job with the basics, sometimes you might feel a bit limited if you're looking to really fine tune those things manually. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. The subscription model, Adobe Premiere Rush, is part of the Creative Cloud suite. So yeah, you're looking at a monthly subscription fee. However, they do offer a free starter plan, which gives you access to the core functions of Rush, but with limited export. So it's kind of great to test things out before you commit financially. Keep in mind though, if you're doing a lot of video work, investing in the full version could be worth it for the time-saving features and convenience alone. That's about it for Premiere Rush. A solid user-friendly option that dovetails nicely with the portability and functionality of your Chromebook. When it comes to editing videos on a Chromebook, you're kind of limited by the power of the hardware, right? But one software that's really making waves is Wondershare Filmora. It's known for being user-friendly and it's packed with loads of features that are honestly pretty impressive for running on a Chromebook. So Filmora works well because it has this intuitive drag and drop interface that makes it like super easy for beginners to get the hang of. And, not everyone wants to dive into something as complex as Adobe Premiere or Final Cut, especially on a Chromebook. What's cool is that Filmora comes with a ton of built-in titles, effects, and transitions that you can just, drag onto your video sides. It makes your footage look way more professional with minimal effort. Now, let's talk performance. Filmora is surprisingly light on the system. It doesn't take up much space and runs smoothly, which is a big deal on Chromebooks since they're not known for their heavy-duty specs, right? But keep in mind, if you're working with like 4K video or anything super high-res, you might encounter some hiccups because, well, it's still a Chromebook after all. Final thoughts, Wondershare Filmora is a solid choice if you're editing on a Chromebook. The balance between ease of use and the variety of editing tools it offers is just right. Plus, it's affordable compared to other options out there. Just, be mindful of its limitations tied to the Chromebook's hardware. But yeah, if you're looking for something to kickstart your video editing journey or just need to whip up videos quickly without fuss, Filmora might just be what you need. Sure, jumping right into it. When we're talking about photo editing on a Chromebook, stuff gets a little challenging because, most of them aren't exactly powerhouses when it comes to hardware. But Luminar Neo, honestly, it's a game changer for this kind of setup. This software is pretty robust. Yeah, it runs surprisingly smooth on Chromebooks thanks to its, streamlined code and efficient processing. What really stands out is the interface, which is very intuitive. And that means a lot when you're working on a laptop that's, well, not exactly built for heavy-duty photo editing. So let's get into the nitty gritty. Luminar Neo has this collection of AI tools that can seriously make your editing way easier, especially say if you're not a pro and you want to quickly enhance your photos without messing around with a bunch of sliders. These AI tools, they do the heavy lifting for you. What's cool is that you can, replace skies or remove objects without having to dive into complex editing. But it's worth mentioning that while it's powerful, some might find the AI a bit limiting for highly detailed creative work. And let's talk about performance, because I know that's a big deal for Chromebook users. So Luminar Neo, honestly, it does a pretty decent job managing the limited resources. It's not always, buttery smooth. And I did notice some lag with larger files or when using multiple layers, but for the most part, it gets the job done. And it does it well within the scope of what you'd expect on a Chromebook. To wrap things up, if you're looking for a, let's say, reliable and user-friendly photo editor for your Chromebook, Luminar Neo is definitely worth considering. It balances the ease of use with a pretty impressive set of features. Just keep in mind that while it's powerful for what it is, it's not going to perform miracles on super complex projects or, high-resolution images that would tax even the high-end PCs. But for the everyday user looking to spruce up their photos, it's a solid choice, yeah. All right, let's talk about Kinemaster, which, I've been messing with on my Chromebook for a bit now. And honestly, it's surprisingly good. For those who aren't familiar, Kinemaster is a video editing app that's developed for Android devices. But the cool part is that it works pretty well on Chromebooks too, especially since Chromebooks can run Android apps now. So diving into the app, the interface is actually quite intuitive. Like when I first opened it up, I was kind of expecting a steep learning curve because video editing software can get pretty complicated, but Kinemaster keeps things straightforward. It's got this drag and drop style that's really user-friendly. You can add different layers for videos, images, stickers, text, handwriting, all of that jazz. And there's a timeline at the bottom where you can easily trim or split your clips, which I think is essential for any video editor, right? Now, something I've got to mention is the performance on a Chromebook. We're not working with a powerhouse machine here, so I was skeptical, But Kinemaster runs really smooth. It doesn't have all the high-end features you'd find in like Adobe Premiere Pro, but for a Chromebook, it's more than enough. You can even deal with some 4K video editing, provided your Chromebook isn't like super low end. But keep in mind, if you're doing heavy effects or layers, it might start to chug a bit. In conclusion, if you're looking for a solid video editor for your Chromebook, Kinemaster should be on your radar. It's got a decent set of tools. It's easy to pick up and play around with, and it doesn't require you to be a pro editor to get some good-looking results. Just remember, since it's an app designed for mobile platforms, there might be a few limitations here and there compared to a full-blown desktop application. But all in all, it's a thumbs up from me. Great for quick, on-the-go edits, or if you're just starting out with video editing. So, let's talk about PowerDirector, which is a pretty solid choice when it comes to video editing on a Chromebook. Now, the first thing you'll notice about PowerDirector is that it's incredibly user-friendly. The interface is like super intuitive. So whether you're a beginner or you're a little more experienced, you're not going to have a hard time finding your way around. And, for those who are just starting out, there are these easy to follow tutorials within the app, which is super helpful. Now, one thing I really dig about PowerDirector is the sheer amount of features it packs. Even though it's running on a Chromebook, you get a bunch of cool effects and transitions that you normally expect from more high-end software. There's also this cool feature where you can work with chroma key compositing, which lets you do green screen effects, which is pretty awesome for a mobile app. But keep in mind, that how well these features work can depend on your Chromebook specs. Another point worth mentioning is the app's performance. PowerDirector is actually quite optimized for Chrome OS. I've noticed that it's relatively quick at rendering videos, which is a big deal because you really don't want to be sat around waiting forever for your projects to export. But again, this will vary with different Chromebooks and their processing power. And lastly, when it comes to cost, because let's be honest, that always matters. The app operates on a freemium model. So you can start off using it for free, and then there are in-app purchases for additional features or subscription plans for access to like the full suite of tools. So it's pretty flexible depending on what you need and how much you're willing to invest in your video projects. All right, guys, that about wraps it up from my take on the best video editor for your Chromebook. I hope you found the insights I shared super helpful in making your editing life that bit easier, you know? Now, don't forget, if you're looking to grab any of the software we talked about today, I've gone ahead and popped all those handy links right down there in the description for you. Just click away and check them out at your own pace. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it. If you could hit that subscribe button, it'll help you stay up to date with all the latest from us right here on the channel. Plus, you'll be joining a pretty awesome community if I do say so myself, huh? Oh, and if you've got any questions or maybe you want to share your own experiences with these editors, just drop a comment down below. I love getting into discussions with you guys, and I'll try my best to get back to as many as I can. Before you go clicking around to your next adventure on YouTube, might I suggest checking out some of my other videos? I've got a bunch of tutorials and reviews that could really make a difference whether you're a newbie or a seasoned pro. So yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep editing, keep creating, and take care. All right, peace.